Right now it's 6, train derailment. Approximately 10 train cars derailed this morning near Chippewa County. The cause is still under investigation.
And tax credits. A Wisconsin Senate committee voted to adjust some tax credits because of inflation, but credits for farmers will be untouched.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
A former Toma teacher was sentenced for repeated sexual assault of a student.
Ann Nelson Koch was sentenced to 10 years in prison for repeatedly forcing a 14-year-old student to engage in sexual acts. She will be supervised by the Department of Corrections for 15 years after her release. Back in July, Nelson Koch was convicted on 25 counts of sexual assault. Monroe County officials are encouraging anyone else who may have been victimized by Nelson Koch to contact the Toma Police Department.
About 10 train cars derailed early this morning. That's according to the Stanley Police Department. Police say Canadian National Railway reported the derailment early this morning out in Stanley. Now, no dangerous goods were involved and there were no fires or injuries. There are not currently any active road closures because of the derailment. That cause, though, remains under investigation.
Today kicked off a La Crosse Food Bank's virtual food drive. The Hunger Task Force is holding its first annual virtual food drive. Interested donors can log on to the Hunger Task Force website and shop for items to purchase for the food bank. We have that link provided on our website. The drive runs through the end of the year, but donations made between now and November 28th will be matched up to $25,000 by another donor.
We had a bit of a rough farewell to the month of October.
We sure did.
An early treatment of winter weather, it looked like, but today a little bit more of that conventional fall.
It's still kind of, December feel like as we get in November, but that'll change. Actually, tomorrow will actually feel more like November, and through the weekend too, it'll be more like we should be for the first week of November with 50s coming back. But overall, big picture shows we still have got cloud cover overhead today. That kept some of the temperatures down. If you look at radar right now, what's actually displayed right there is not actually touching the ground. It's just cloud cover, but to the west, we are seeing clearing. So we are going to see some clearing skies briefly overnight, at least through the evening hours. But overall, we've just seen those cloud cover. That's kept the temperatures down. Middle for 30s for most of the area, maybe some upper 30s as you go further south. But that is still about 15 degrees or so below where we should be. So once again, more like December, but it's going to change here really quickly as we see. Temperatures tonight going down to 31 here at the La Crosse. Once again, clearing skies briefly. We'll have cloud cover coming back in towards the morning. Same story for Eau Claire. We'll see those clouds begin to break up. Still chilly, but that's not quite as bad as we've seen the past few nights. Coming up, we're going to have a little trivia question going on. Is exactly what was the temperature coming up on November 2nd of last year? We'll kind of show that towards the end of the broadcast, and it'll be quite a surprise to what the temperature was a year ago.
We'll be looking forward to that one, Greg.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Greg. Well, President Biden is requesting emergency funding from Congress to fight the opioid epidemic.
Biden is asking Congress for $1.2 billion to fund crackdowns on drug trafficking. He's specifically looking to stop fentanyl from crossing the southern border. Biden is also calling for $1.5 billion to fund the Health and Human Services state opioid response grants. Those grants will be used to provide harm reduction and recovery support services. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin supports the emergency funding requests. She says too many Wisconsinites have lost loved ones to overdoses.
Have talked to moms of children who have lost their lives in their 20s or teens, and it's just tragic, and we can do more and we must do more.
Baldwin adds that over 1,400 Wisconsinites died from overdoses last year, a statistic she says is heartbreaking. Since 2018, the state opioid response grant program has provided treatment services to over 1.2 million people.
Wisconsin's Joint Finance Committee has voted to adjust for inflation the tax credits for parents who send their kids to private school. But in the same meeting, they voted not to adjust for inflation some tax credits for farmers. The committee first took up an amendment to Viroqua Representative Lauren Oldenburg's bill to preserve farmland in the state. His third attempt at passing this bill reduces the length of the agreement between state and farmer from 15 years to 10 years. It also gives higher tax credits to farmers who follow soil and water conservation standards and requires that those tax credits are automatically indexed or adjusted for inflation. But the latest Assembly amendment would remove that index. Oldenburg tells News 8 Now his party's leadership requested that amendment. Stevens Point Senator Patrick Testin says Oldenburg's bill was good the first time, but the committee's co-chair says a tax credit adjustment shouldn't be automatic. It should be a decision each time through the legislature.
I think we're at a point now where, with this amendment, we'll have the support that we need to pass in the Assembly.
It makes sense to say we create this and we should modify it up or down or whatever. It should be an action as opposed to just automatically happening.
But that mentality did not last long. The very next item on the agenda was a Republican bill that would increase credits for parents who send their kids to private school. And those credits would be automatically adjusted for inflation. One Southeast Wisconsin Democrat asked why there's a difference between those two policies.
A few minutes ago, we declined to index the farmland preservation tax credit to inflation. But in Senate Substitute Amendment 1, we are choosing to index private school tuition deduction to inflation. So can someone explain to me why farmers don't deserve to have their tax credit indexed, but parents who choose to send their kids to private school do?
And what followed was 35 seconds of silence. Some Republican members looked to each other, but no one ended up responding. Now, that bill would also consolidate the state's second and third tax brackets and increase the child and dependent tax credits. That bill passed the committee on party lines. Senator Brad Pfaff led a press conference today to introduce a package of bills focused on supporting Wisconsin agriculture.
The presser was held at the 5th Season Cooperative Building in Viroqua. Other guests that were in attendance to support the bill were Wisconsin Farmers Union President Darren Von Ruden and Wisconsin State Assembly Representative Katrina Shankland. A tour of the facility was also on the agenda. Senator Pfaff says that he understands that agriculture is starting to shift.
Conventional agriculture and agriculture of all sizes continues to change. But I think we all recognize the fact that the desire to farm, the desire to be able to participate within our food system is there.
And we'll be diving into the content of that legislation coming up tonight at 10.
Well, 75 Somali and Syrian refugees may soon be calling the Chippewa Valley home. World Relief, a humanitarian organization that provides housing for families displaced by war and other humanitarian crises, is looking to resettle the refugees in Eau Claire starting next year.
But the move is already creating controversy between the city of Eau Claire and a U.S. congressman. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the latest. Jeremy?
Ken and Emily, Tom Tiffany minced no words in a call with me this afternoon, saying he's concerned the refugees coming to Wisconsin won't be properly vetted and could bring trouble for their new neighbors.
Tom Tiffany isn't holding back. In a letter to Eau Claire City Council President Emily Berge, he argues the city did not share enough information with the public prior to the decision to resettle refugees in the area, nor did they solicit public input on the project. Berge says she was surprised by the letter since Tiffany's 7th District of Wisconsin doesn't include Eau Claire. When asked about information shared with the public surrounding the refugee resettlement, Berge said it's never been a secret.
There's no big secret here, I guess. I mean, we're talking about it right now. And we would continue to, we will continue to be talking about it because it's good for people to know what's going on.
Tiffany says the move is dangerous, claiming the Biden administration won't properly vet the refugees.
It's kind of a corollary to what's going on our southern border, where the Biden administration just waves people in and they say, you know, we'll check out people's bona fides later.
Berge disagrees.
They're going to bring vibrancy and they're going to bring just like it's going to add a lot of diversity to our city, which is great.
World Relief is a Christian nonprofit organization that's been helping those displaced by war and natural disasters for over 100 years. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Well, coming up, one Eau Claire school is getting a new look.
After a nearly $100 million referendum passed last November, an Eau Claire Middle School ready for some upgrades.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices and a free USA flag blanket with any purchase. Plus, get free shipping. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for. It's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21, no matter what.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
For a limited time at Homeworld Rugs, when you buy one rug at sale price, you'll get another rug free with many different patterns, sizes, and shapes to choose from, and rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. Buy one rug, get one free. Now at Homeworld Rugs.
A South Middle School in Eau Claire held a groundbreaking for the start of the much-needed improvements and upgrades to the school.
The nearly $99 million referendum that passed a year ago next week is funding the South Middle School project, along with 3 other major projects in the Eau Claire School District.
This is the largest project, slightly over $42 million worth. South was built in the early 80s, and it was in dire need of repair and improvements.
The construction side is going to be a long process. We're very fortunate that we had this opportunity through our general public, through our referendum, to be able to do this.
So the project is set to be completed in 2026. Other projects included in that capital referendum are at North High School, Putnam High School, and Memorial High School.
Logan Middle School 7th graders participated in the urban planning curriculum presentation this afternoon. The annual activity gives kids the opportunity to create new ideas for the city's redevelopment projects and focuses on the importance of team building. The city has hosted this event for the past 10 years. It's a way to encourage kids to get involved in the planning of their community.
We, as planners, really want to encourage future generations of planners and encourage more diversity in the planning field.
This year's project planning was for the redevelopment of Train Building 17. 15 teams of young planners entered, and 4 were selected to have their ideas passed on to the developers of the project. And we're going to pass it on to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for the weather forecast.
Well, that was a surprise, but anyway, we got the November stats here that we're looking at right now. We should be getting close to the mid-50s here soon. That's the positive news. And we're going to be right back after break. We'll have breakdown actually what we're going to see with those temperatures. If we're going to see 50s, we're going to see some snow or rain come next week. All that we'll have coming up in your First Warn weather update after the break.
Ho, ho, ho! This is Santa. It's time for the Christmas kickoff at Wesco and Sparta, Saturday, November 4th, starting at 11 a.m. I'll be there with my reindeer for special savings and fun activities. That's the Christmas kickoff November 4th at Wesco and Sparta. Ho, ho, ho!
After being hit by the car, I knew that I was going to have some legal advice. I definitely made the right decision by hiring Schwebel, Getz & Sieben.
Schwebel, Getz & Sieben is 100% committed. They're there from start to finish. They cared about my dad as a person. They cared about his needs, and they cared about his family.
Our most important value is our commitment to our clients. Schwebel, Getz & Sieben.
They have state-of-the-art equipment. We have state-of-the-art equipment. They have qualified technicians. We have qualified technicians. They can set your appointment in maybe a month. we can get you in tomorrow. They will charge you an arm and a leg. We charge hundreds, not thousands. Sensible MRI, where quality and affordability meet.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Hi folks, Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. If you're tired of high heating costs in the winter and looking for an affordable solution to keep your home cozy during those chilly months, Wood Sales and Service is your central outdoor boiler connection. Say goodbye to traditional heating systems. Slash your heating bills and embrace the natural warmth of a central outdoor boiler at Wood Sales and Service in Black River Falls. Experience the Wood Sales advantage of service before and after the sale. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls, family owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
Ho, ho, ho! This is Santa. It's time for the Christmas kickoff at Wesco and Sparta, Saturday, November 4th, starting at 11 a.m. I'll be there with my reindeer for special savings and fun activities. That's the Christmas kickoff November 4th at Wesco and Sparta. Ho, ho, ho!
Yeah, I stated right before the break that we're looking at more average temperatures. We should be about mid-50s for November, but by the end of the month, we're going to be in the 30s. Obviously, it keeps continuing to go down through November. Precipitation-wise, we have a break right now, but we do have some showers coming maybe Saturday and Sunday. We might even see something Friday morning. That's a low chance of that. I think the best shot for rain coming, it's going to be a Sunday night through Monday, maybe Monday night, and we'll have to see if that changes into rain or snow. There's a lot of question marks that go on, but at least the first half of next week does look to be on the wet side. Overall temperatures, everyone's in the 40s tomorrow. We'll be in the 50s Friday, so that's really close to where we should be, and that kind of goes through the weekend, upper 40s, low 50s, depending on where you're at. We go kind of back in the 40s, and we cool off next week, probably maybe even to the 30s towards the end, but that's not too far from average. Here's your break going on right now with cloud cover early. That'll allow the temperatures probably to fall pretty quickly through about just after midnight to maybe 2 or 3, and then they'll probably start either holding steady or kind of coming up through the morning hours as the cloud cover comes over. So we're going to wake up early in the mid-20s, maybe even the upper 20s further north, around to maybe 21 in Ladysmith. And once we go through the day, it's going to be on and off cloud cover. Once again, high cloud cover, so we should still see some of the sun. But notice those temperatures in the afternoon. We're all the way up now into the 40s for most locations. We might even approach 50 for some of the far southern areas. And then as we go through tomorrow night, the winds start turning around from the south because we do have a little bit of a weak system that's going to be approaching maybe Friday morning. That's why the winds turn around Thursday night. That'll keep the temperatures up coming Thursday night too. More on that here. Overall, really the flow basically is becoming west to east. Here's the big mess that's out in the Pacific Northwest. We're going to see these waves come across, and the one that I mentioned Friday that could pose a problem depending, it comes right about here, it comes through. Now, not much depicted on actually precipitation with it, but that could be something that could drop something. Otherwise, cloud cover, and then we have another one comes across the Intermountain West right there. It falls apart once again, but that could provide more cloud cover going Saturday. The good news with that flow west to east, it keeps our temperatures more mild, but these systems aren't technically that strong right now until we get to next week, and that does change. We'll look at that precipitation. Sunday night through Monday, a system comes right through, and this is the best shot, I think, for maybe rainfall for across the areas. Through Monday into maybe into Tuesday as it digs south. That'll be the possibility, I think, for the best chance for rainfall, at least more periods of it, and then it'll start kind of clearing out as we get towards Wednesday and Thursday. But once again, the details are still to be worked out. Snowfall with this, you can see this is greater than 3 inches probability. Pretty low right now, only 10%. But it's further up to the north. We'll just have to see how this plays out. It just matters on timing and where these systems move that we're going to get any snow up to the north right now. Areas south doesn't look that promising yet. But once again, it is November, so things could change. Overall, tonight as we go through, we have off and off cloud cover. We'll see it probably come back. These temperatures will probably be earlier in the night, and as you wake up tomorrow morning, a little bit warmer, but overall mid to upper 20s for most locations. Tomorrow, off and on cloud cover, but still with the winds turned around, everyone should be up into the mid 40s. Some of the areas in the warmest spot further south might actually touch 50, so that's good news. But everyone, the good news is going to be into the 50s as we head into Friday and as Saturday. We should actually get up there, and then once again, there is that rain chance potentially, maybe for Friday. I don't mention it there, but then Saturday and Sunday too. Once again, And then the wet weather really does kind of return for at least the first half of next week, and our temperatures will slowly fall back probably into the 40s. So overall, not too bad.
Not too
considering
bad.
we're going into the first week of November. So we are going to get back in the 50s where we should be. So that's the positive.
Excellent.
Okay,
We will
sounds
take that
good.
for sure. Greg,
Yep.
thanks very much. And coming up next in sports, the Packers are hoping to snap their 4-game losing streak this Sunday. Green Bay will be at home hosting the Rams. Plus, one of Onalaska's best being rewarded for some stellar play on the gridiron this season. Rob's got that next.
Attention seniors, be safe with your affordable tub-to-shower conversion or enjoy an all-new bathroom. Contact the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. High quality at lower prices.
Toyota, let's go places.
The day we've all been waiting for is finally here. Sunday, November 5th is Buzzy's 45th annual 12-hour sale. Get the best deals of the year for 12 hours only from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Furniture pricing is drastically reduced with over 50% off select products. Save $500 on this best-selling Sealy mattress. Now only $899. Get a $300 gift with Tempur-Pedic mattress purchases. Plus hourly giveaways, prizes, and so much more. Don't miss out for one day only at Buzzy's Home Furnishings in Viroqua.
Introducing Ultimate Precision LLC, your trusted partner for precision craftsmanship. From interior to exterior, our expert painters bring life to your vision with impeccable precision. Our masonry and building restoration team breathes new life into the old, preserving history for generations to come. We're the masters of tuck punching, securing your structure's integrity one brick at a time. Ultimate Precision LLC, where craftsmanship meets perfection. We're here to deliver the ultimate precision.
Hello, this is a real lawyer. Yeah, I've won 1 million cases, and I'm on a bunch of billboards.
Whoa, buddy. If they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay.
Fine.
Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help.
In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay.
How'd you even get in here? What are you doing answering calls? Where's your mom, man?
Toyota, let's go places.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The Hilltoppers' hopes of bringing a state title home to Onalaska are still very much alive, thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback. And today, the senior getting recognized for it. Onalaska's Adam Skifton being named the MVC Offensive Player of the Year. What a year it's been. Skifton leading the Hilltoppers to a 6-3 regular season record. His play has only gotten better the first 2 weeks of the postseason. Skifton throwing 4 touchdowns in level 1. He did it again in level 2 on the road against Medford. 4 TDs in that one as well. That's 34 total touchdowns so far. We'll see if the Hilltoppers QB can keep his team's playoff hopes alive this Friday night as Onalaska heads to top-seeded Rice Lake for a big-time matchup in level 3. What a year it's been so far for the UWL women's soccer team. The Eagles finishing the regular season 15-1-1, a perfect 7-0 conference record, and several Eagles getting rewarded for it. A total of 8 UWL players making the all-WIAC team. Ellie Arndt leading the pack, the junior being named the Offensive Player of the Year. Joining Arndt is last year's Offensive Player of the Year, Ainsley Allen. Defensive Player of the Year, Alexis McMahon makes the cut. So does Goalkeeper of the Year, Sophia Anger. Claire Cater, Maggie Hernandez, Jenna Nichols, and Addie Pauling also make the list. Eagles are at home tomorrow hosting UW-Stevens Point in the semifinals of the WIAC tournament. Shifting gears to the gridiron, it's been a tough month for the Packers. After starting the year 2-1, Green Bay has lost 4 straight. The Green and Gold sit at 2-5 on the year. That's 3rd place in the NFC North. It's hard to find someone being evaluated more than Packers' first-year starting quarterback Jordan Love. Over their 4-game losing streak, Love has just 4 touchdowns to go along with 7 interceptions. Packers GM Brian Gutekunst says there's a lot to be encouraged by when it comes to Love, but he says this next stretch is a big one.
You know, we got 10 games left. These are going to be very important 10 games. And, you know, I think he's done a lot of really good things. Really like the way he's responded to the adversity, how he's led the team. You know, again, we got to be better as a unit. And I expect that to happen over the next 10 games.
We'll see if Green Bay can snap that 4-game skid this Sunday at Lambeau. Packers at home hosting the Rams at noon. On the hardwood tonight, the Bucks are back at it. They're north of the border in Toronto, looking for their second straight win. Giannis led the way in Monday night's win at home over the Heat. Big bounce-back night for Damian Lillard as well after a 6-point performance in his second game as a Buck. Lillard bounced back nicely, 25 points on Monday against Miami. We'll see if the Bucks can improve their record to 3-1 tonight. We'll have the highlights at 10. And guys, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the passing of legendary basketball coach Bob Knight, 83.
Yeah.
Big-time Indiana Hoosiers coach for 30 years.
Absolutely. Quite an icon in the NCAA men's basketball arena, for sure.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, leaves quite a legacy as a coach. One of the most successful ones as well.
Sure does. Yeah, I think he's 5th all time. I think he was 1 at one point.
Yeah.
Now he's 5th. Still an impressive career.
Absolutely. It feels like it's been a while since we've seen you. I think Damian Lillard had just been traded to the Bucks when you went out across the country. So.
I was at the beach. Yes, I don't want to overdo it, but it was 80 degrees in LA.
Working on the tan?
A little bit. Hard.
Well, after the
25 degrees?
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, October snow is ridiculous.
Halloween snow. That was a first timer for me.
Yeah, he's got a bone to pick with Greg Barnhart during the break.
It's his fault. That's all I know.
We'll be right back after this.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Fall Workwear event is going on now. We're your one-stop shop for quality boots and apparel, offering unbeatable deals on workwear to help your hard-earned dollars go further. Right now, get $25 in Carhartt bucks for every $125 you spend on Carhartt gear, like these men's Carhartt Wedge boots, in stock now. Plus, don't miss fall doorbusters, like select Filtrete furnace filters, just $10.99. Get a $5 Farm and Fleet gift card when you buy 2.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it,
Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
With Bygoff and Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer. You get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Bygoff and Rohde, Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
All right, tomorrow the 40s are back, and then the 50s will be coming later, so that's the good news. It is going to be slightly warmer. We do have some rain chances maybe coming this weekend, but pretty slim. Then the clock goes back, and we're back in the 40s next week. And the question to that trivia thing, it was 76 last year.
This
what
time
was the
a year
question
ago.
again? Oh, last year. Okay.
It was like what Rob just came from. I envy you, sir. We'll see you tonight at 10.